Let's do producers, man. I'm curious.
Top 5
Let's do top 5 producers. It could be, most cats like to break it up hip hop and then non-hip hop. Like Gamble and Huff would be one.
Right.
But we could do like a hip hop and then we could do a non-hip hop. I'm curious to get you guys' take on both.
Oh man.
You can do rapid fire.
For the sake of time, we'll go for the sake of time. We'll just say all time. We'll throw it all in one. Jesus Christ. I say Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They one of my favorite producers. I mean, they one of my favorite production teams. When I think of what me and Nick are trying to work towards, you know what I'm saying, I look to them as inspiration, just as a more so just moving out of necessarily just being artists, you know what I'm saying, but just being able to put that sound, give that sound to other people and make it work. Because there really is a skill in that, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people think the producers are just like, if you make a hot beat, you can just give it to anybody and the hot beat will be on anybody. But there's a lot of cases where that just doesn't work, because you kind of have to draw the line between giving the people, quote unquote, your sound, but still allowing that artist to exist in their own space. You know what I'm saying? You can't just give somebody a quote unquote foreign exchange song and be like, do this, and it may not work. You kind of got to work with them. So Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to me have always just been those cats that, from they work with Janet to Human League to Force MDs. Even though a lot of them joints was in the same key, Zoe, he figured that out. We was going through stuff on the piano today, and damn near all them joints is in the key of C sharp. But either way, I mean,
wow, that's super geek stuff. Right
there. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's a lot of them joints is the same song, like the "Come Back to Me" by Janet Jackson and the breakdown bridge part of "Money Can't Buy You Love" by Ralph Tresvant is the same shit.
Really?
"Tender Love," "Can You Stand the Rain," and Funny How Time. I think it's one of those 3. They're all this. It's all in the same.
But you feel like a genius when you discover something like that.
Well, I didn't, because I don't really play like that.
I know, when I realized that the bridge, the front end is the same from the Michael Jackson.
Boom,
I can't help it.
Yeah. So I would throw them up there, man. I got to give it up to Jimmy.
I'd say Nigel Goodrich, or how do you say? Yeah, the Radiohead producer, and he's kind of more a producer in the tradition of George Martin, the Beatles producer, and he's just an out there cat. And what I like is Paul McCartney hired him, and the first thing he did was he fired Paul McCartney's band, and that just shows guts, you know. It was more I think that's but in all realness, he's just a really if he's really, I don't know the behind the scenes when it comes to recording Radiohead, but he really seems to be the man behind their expansion. So I definitely have to put him up there.
I would say as far as hip hop goes, I give it up to the Bomb Squad. They were the first cats I really heard to just, they predated Pete Rock in terms of sample layering, and how Pete would just do shit and have the horns from one song and something else from this song, but all shit would all be in the same key, some kind of way he would make it fit. But the Bomb Squad to me was just one of the first production teams that as far as hip hop goes, just really expanded what hip hop could sound like. I mean, if you listen to Nation of Millions now, a joint She Watched Channel Zero, it's what the fuck? Who was thinking that shit 20 years ago? You know what I mean?
It was cut up so small that it seemed like an original composition.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when in Goodfellas, when he's cutting the garlic so thin.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. The flavor is just.
Yeah, they were just really, just sonic geniuses, man. So I would give it up to them, for really the way Nation of Millions is the first record one of the first hip hop records I listened to, and it really scared me. I was 9 when this shit came out, and I looked at the cover and it's Chuck D just with the hat low and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so the shit was scary, and then you put the joint on and the shit started off. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm listening to it low so my mom don't hear the cursing and shit. That record fucked me up, dude. So, I gotta give it up to them.
Bomb Squad. Go ahead.
Organized Noize.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Organized Noize.
Hell yeah.
Always overlooked, but for me, being on the more musical side of things, for that, they were doing that. They were playing live bass. They were doing all sorts of You know, so like all the Outkast stuff, the Goody Mob stuff, all of that. The first TLC album, they did a gang on that.
I mean, even to come up with something like Spotty Out and Dopalicious, like,
Dude.
what genre is that shit? Like, it's reggae, it's, you know, like, what do you...
Yeah, it's like space horns.
And make it work.
Yeah.
Even the song, like, the thing that I admire about them too is that even when they were doing like pop stuff, songs that were quote unquote pop songs, that shit was still dope shit. Like a song like Waterfalls,
Yeah,
like,
that's a dope
I mean, it's tired. I mean, we tired of it, of course, because we heard it a million times,
Right.
but that's still a funky ass song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like from the drums, like the bass, like the Wurlitzer, like that is a hard ass record. You know what I'm saying? So for them to be able to still do them and take that shit pop, like, is really big. So definitely.
You have a favorite
artist
record
on
from
there.
them? Favorite album they did from the back that you just like...
Mine is Witch Doctor. Mine is the Witch Doctor album.
Really? I gotta say
Hell
first
yeah.
Goody Mob record because like just the Dirty South, the Red Dogs, all
Red
that.
Dogs,
Dude, those jams
Cell
are
Therapy,
so
Goody Bag.
Cell Therapy, like Soul Food, all of that stuff. I think though, like that period of time, I think that was around the time that AT Aliens was out too. So that you
right.
know,
Yeah,
so those couple of albums, like I think they were really.
They was
The Slim
unstoppable,
Calhoun
dude.
stuff. They were really on.
They was
some-
fucking
yeah.
unstoppable, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do a more extensive one. You guys got some time when you come back in LA. I know you got to run do the show right now.
Yeah,
so
man. I wanna.
Thank you. Please let the kids at home know where they can find you online.
They can find us on
Twitter, MySpace.
Twitter, MySpace, Facebook. We're everywhere.
OKPlayer.
OKPlayer, of course.
Yeah.
Tay Gravy. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can find us wherever there's stuff to do. We'll hang out.
Wherever there's a TV,
wherever
wherever there's
Charles
an internet
Hamilton makes
connection.
another funny.
I know, right?
Right up in there. So you know what I'm saying.
There it is. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, my man.
Thank you for having us, man.
Long
Thank
time
you very
coming.
much.
Thank you, guys. Soundwaves KPFK. Please check these brothers out. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.
Word up.